According to a recent Forbes article, your visitors are forming an opinion about your website in 0.05 seconds, which is only 50 milliseconds, and it actually takes us longer to blink than for people to form an opinion. This same article also says that 61% of your visitors will leave only after 5 seconds if they cannot find what they're looking for. They're going to leave your website and go to your competitor. As a home service business, that means it's really critical for you to make sure that your website is not rejecting visitors because you are heavily relying on local traffic and you know that you're in competition within your community. But there is one section of your website that 100% of your visitors will see no matter which page they land on, and that is prime real estate for your website. That is where you are going to help your visitors stay on your site and get the information that they need and reach out to you. So we're going to get into what this area is. The prime real estate area of your website is called the hero section, or another word for it is the first screen. And that is the thing that people see, whether they're on their mobile or on a laptop, that first screen that they see. All visitors are seeing this. And this is where you need to be answering 4 questions. These 4 questions are going to help your visitors stay on your site longer and scroll. And all of these things are good indications to Google that you have a great website. When you answer these 4 questions, you're increasing your chances of that visitor becoming a lead for your business. The first question you want to answer is what it is that you offer. The second question is, how is it going to make my life easier? The third question is, what's that first step that you want your visitor to take? And the last question that they're asking is, why should I trust you? So let's break this down. So first, what is it that you offer? When we read a headline like child and pet friendly pest control services, right away, we know what it is that they offer. We know that they offer pest control services. Or if we saw a headline like this, rescuing GTAers from their plumbing nightmares, then we know that this home service is offering plumbing services. So answering that first question, what do you offer, is really easy. But let's get into the second question. How is this going to make my life better? Another way of interpreting that is, why should I care? What's in it for me? That's what people are thinking when they're landing on your website. It's important to answer these questions because humans are always thinking, what is in it for them? How is it going to make my life easier? They're also more likely to act when they see the benefit. So going back to our 2 previous examples, let's talk about the pest control service first. So if we added a subheader that said, we will fix your pest control problem in 24 hours or less, that is a benefit for me. That makes it more interesting for me to then consider you to take care of my problem. Let's look at our plumbing company. When we answer the second question, what's in it for me? We could add a headline, something like, don't let your kitchen become a swimming pool, something like that. And we put together the 2 headlines for our plumbing service, we can get something like this. So for this third question, which is what is the first step you want me to take as a visitor, there's so many options you have here. Do you want your visitor to fill out a form? Do you want them to give you a call? Do you want them to email you? What is it you want them to do? And when you're trying to figure out the answer to this question, there's 2 things to consider. First of all, what is the primary action that your visitors are already doing? If most of them are coming to your website and filling out a form, then stick with the filling out the form. Perhaps they don't really do that and most of them prefer to call. So then make the call to action to call you. Second way of trying to figure it out is ask yourself, what is the easiest first step for my visitor to take? So if we were to look, for example, at our extermination services, and we know by looking at Google Analytics that the majority, 70% of them are coming to the website and they are on mobile. That means they're more likely to want to call you than to fill out a form on a mobile device. So you could make your call to action to talk to a real person. Now, for a plumbing company, we know, for example, by looking at our analytics, we know that the majority of visitors prefer to fill out a form. So we can make our call to action button to submit a form. And when we put the headline together along with that call to action, it can look something like this. So now that we've answered what it is that you offer, how it's going to make your visitor's life easier, and the primary call to action you want them to take, there's one last thing that you need to answer for them. Why should I trust you? And when you can show that you are trustworthy, it can actually sway your visitor in your direction and away from your competition. Humans have a need to know that you are a legit business and that you're going to be able to get them the results that they're looking for. So what can you add to your website to show that you are trustworthy? So there's many different trust signals that you can add to your website, such as testimonials, reviews, certifications that you have, awards you've won, years of experience that you have in business. And you want to use those trust signals right in that hero section. So if we were to take our extermination service, we know that they have hundreds of Google reviews. And along with those 5-star reviews, they've got tons of testimonials. So if we combine our headline, our call to action, and the Google reviews, we can end up with something like this in the hero section for our extermination company. For our plumbing company, we know that they've been in service for many years. So that is a great trust signal for them to add to their website. So when we add our headline, our new headline for the plumbing service, along with the call to action and the trust signals, we can have a final hero section that looks something like this. Now that you know how to optimize the hero sections of your website, I want you to check out this next video, and it's going to show you how this company increased their revenue by 49% just by adding this one thing to their website. And if you're interested in getting more leads, just click the link in the description and you and I can have a conversation.